What's up, shooters? It's Coach Sam here, your shooting coach. And in this video, I'm going over the third step to creating a perfect shot. And that's going to be the use of our off arm and our off hand. Okay? I'm left-handed, so I'm going to be talking about my right hand as my off hand. You make sure you do the opposite if you're right-handed. Okay? I'm going to go over the most important use of our off hand, as well as what we don't want to do, and two things where we should really emphasize what will work for us. All right, I'm going to go over that right now. So the first thing, most important aspect of our offhand and arm, its main job, guys, is to relieve stress on the shooting arm and hand. All right, relieve stress. All right, I talk about that in a lot of my videos. It's most important in a lot of aspects because the less stress we have as a shooter, the more easy it is to replicate over and over and over again. What we do not want to do is create a T with our thumbs that are connecting. Okay, you guys can see that here. That's my shooting hand, and I have my offhand here. This T alignment is not good. All right, it's going to create tension with our wrist, our shoulder, and it's going to create an uncomfortable alignment as we shoot it every time. Okay, make sure that your hands are not creating this T in your shot. Now that we've gone over the biggest mistake I see, I'm now going to give you two alternatives where you should think about putting your offhand. The first thing I want you to think about as far as putting your offhand is putting it a little bit underneath the ball. Okay, I have it underneath the ball and in front. All right, I'm going to show you a picture of an NBA shooter named Austin Croshere. Used to play for the Pacers, was a great shooter, and I remember always thinking how unique it was that he had his offhand really underneath the ball. All right, almost like this. It goes back to my original point, guys. Why does he do that? Okay, is he pushing the ball opposite direction? No, he's not. He's just holding it in place there for his shooting hand to be able to relax his wrist even more. That way his wrist is able to use all of its power at the rim and not having to control it side by side. It's helping support the balance to then release it forward. All right. The next position I'm going to go over is having the ball a little bit higher on top of the ball. Okay, more here. The shooter I'm going to show you here is Kyle Korver. Okay, Kyle Korver, one of the best NBA shooters of all time, and you can clearly see he's got his guide hand a little bit on top of the ball. All right. So those are two great examples, and it's the same exact reason we talked about with Croshere. He's relieving stress by having it on top, okay, and allowing his shooting hand to just think about going forward and not having to balance it left or right, okay? So those are the key things that we're going over here, guys. The last thing we want to talk about is just how open we want our hand to be when we shoot the ball and as we support it. And the answer is we want it to be pretty relaxed. Okay, we talk about this with our shooting hand. We don't want to see the veins. Same thing with our offhand, guys. Have it relaxed on the ball, okay, so that's creating less tension throughout our shot. All right, gone over several things. Number one, make sure you don't have a T with your thumbs. They should not be connecting. They should not be that close. Number two, we talked about two great spots where your offhand can be. A little bit more in front, and then maybe a little bit on top, okay? The last thing I'm going to give you is a little trick or tool to help you figure it out where you should have it at. All right, use what we talked about in the other videos. Use your lazy arm swing. Okay, go ahead and set the ball, get it on the back of your wrist. Now go ahead and play with your offhand. Try it on top a little bit, move it down more in front, see what feels best. Okay, shoot 5 to 10 shots around the perimeter from 5 to 10 feet away and experiment with your offhand to figure out what feels most comfortable. The most comfortable position is going to be the most replicable position, guys, and that's what we want when it comes to consistency with our shot. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.